my name's David. I am 58-year-old. I was diagnosed in 2016 with prostate cancer. I had no actual signs or symptoms of prostate cancer. It was only found due to one of my doctors. I had something wrong with me, which had nothing to do with the cancer, but he'd done a PSA check, and my PSA come back at 1,050, where it should be around 0. From that, I then got sent to a local hospital where I had tests. I had biopsies took of my prostate, which found out I had stage 4 prostate cancer. From there, I then got asked, would I like to go to the Christie's Cancer Hospital in Manchester, UK. From there, they offered me a trial called the Stampede trial. This trial was using different procedures, which is already around, but use them together to try and extend people with prostate's life. I got put on the arm where it was using docetaxel chemotherapy, followed by 20 sessions of radiotherapy. This happened over 3-4 months, which after that brought me PSA down, but only to around 20 odd. From this, after a couple of months, my PSA started to rise fairly quickly. I then got put onto the drug called bisalutamide. This lasted a couple of months, and because my cancer is so aggressive, it started to grow. I then got put onto another chemotherapy, cabitaxel. After my 4th session of cabitaxel, I then got a CT scan, and from this they found out the growth was still growing. So after this, I then got put on a drug called abiraterone with prednisolone, which is a steroid. I was on this for 22 months, which was very good. It brought me PSA down to 8, which is the lowest it's ever been. And like I say, it lasted 22 months, but then my cancer started to come back quite a bit. So my oncologist actually said then there's no actual normal treatment left for me, and asked would I like to go on to trials, first stage clinical trials, which straight away I said yes. My first clinical trial was a CARIC. It was called CARIC. This lasted 6 months, but again, the cancer started to grow again, so I came off this. I then had 4 weeks of no trials at all. It's what's called a clean out, where you can't have any drugs at all in between trials. I then went on to what was called TAS 3681. This lasted longer, which lasted 7 months. That again, the cancer started to grow again. So then I got offered one called cell-centric. But the cell-centric trial, they put you back onto abiraterone, which normally you think would last 1 to 2 months. For me, it's carried on working again. It's now on 7 months of working. And until it starts to stop working, I can't go on the new drug called cell-centric. For me, this is good because it's still working, the old drug, and it's very, let's say there's not a lot of side effects except for what the steroids cause. So at the moment, we're just seeing how it goes. I have scans every 8 weeks, a CT scan and a full body scan. And from each time they come back, they then decide what's happening next. And that is my journey up to now, which is 5.5 years later. With the clinical trials, I feel really good at the moment because, as I said, the trial I'm actually on, abiraterone, is not a drug that causes a lot of side effects. Through other trials I've been on, they are very intense, and that's something I always warn people. I was there weekly. I have overnight stays when you first take the drugs. So they are very tiring. You have to have bloods done overnight, all the way through the night. You get ECGs to make sure your body is not reacting to the drugs. And then there's side effects of the drugs after. So they are very intense, but also I am still here. I did not expect to be here. October this year, October, I got told I would not be here 3 years ago. So it shows what clinical trials can actually do for you. I'm still here. I still live a very good life. We go walking, the wife and I, quite often. We did 3-4 mile last night, and we just enjoy our lives. People don't realise, a lot of men don't talk about it, the physical side and even the sexual side of prostate cancer. The treatment causes your libido to go, and it just it gets rid of all your testosterone straight away. You don't feel like it, and it's a closeness that you lose. Amanda's been unbelievable. She's been there for me all the way through. She's my rock. She's the one when I'm down, she pushes me. But then she has days where she's down, and this is where people need to realise the partner's going through the cancer as much as the patient. And this is something we talk about. We're very open about it with people where we are. We talk about it, and we have our days. Last couple of days I've been down, but she's there to try and help me get back, and I try and do it for her when she is. And the family's the same, having the family support. When I've been to appointments, I get phone calls, quite a few, get messages, how things go. And it's just nice knowing that people do care. We have friends who keep in touch all the time, make sure everything's okay. And you need that support of your family and friends, and it is very important for them to be there with you. A clinical trial to me is drugs that normally have not been used on humans before. They've only been tested in laboratories. So the first stage is a dosage stage where they check and see what a person can actually take. So different people have different amounts of the dose. And then from there, they go to the expansion stage. And that is when they bring more people in. They know what dose to give people. But it's to find new drugs which can help other people in the future, as well as myself. I always think to myself, this could help someone in the future live for longer, stay longer with the family, be there longer. It's helping me at the moment, as I say, but it's also to help other people in the future. It's something that's not been used with people before. I would say to other people who are thinking of going on clinical trials and the families to go for it. They are done so carefully. You are checked all the time. Your bloods are checked, your health is checked, your ECG. It's something that you can stay longer with your family. There could be cures in the future with this as well. No one actually knows, and it's something people should not be scared of doing. Like I said, I'm on my third trial, and I will keep on going. I know there's more trials for me after this, and I will keep on going.